Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and it's early in the morning when I'm recording this, and I'm getting ready to go out and work at the ranch a little bit. But I sat down and checked my YouTube channel, and they give you all sorts of statistics about who's watching and how many views and how many subscribers and how long they watch and those kind of things. And I've got to be honest, I don't really pay much attention to that. I forget most of the time to even tell people I have a YouTube channel, so I'm not real good at marketing or studying the analytics or any of that stuff. But I do want to give a shout out to two groups of people because when I kind of saw my subscribers and I was looking at the comments and even on Facebook when this repost, I was looking at who likes it, and I noticed there are two groups that are really kind of unusual in my subscribers. So I want to give a shout out to Duncanville High School from probably 68 through about 71 or 2, that class. And then I want to give a shout out to Fort Worth Christian, especially the group going into the 8th grade next year. Now you're going, that's two really diverse groups. What in the world? Well, obviously the first group, as you can probably guess, are people I graduated with. I really appreciate the people I was in high school with. I didn't graduate with, some of them were a year or two behind, some a year ahead, but all those kids that I went to high school with, and now here we are 55 years later, and they're subscribing to my YouTube channel. A lot of them comment, and that's pretty special, and I really appreciate that. It really is pretty neat because if you've seen any of my stuff, you know most of my stuff's Jesus based, and it really is pretty neat to see kids I went to high school with who are really involved with Jesus, active in their communities of faith. Many of them, it's not a surprise at all. They were really good kids in high school, and I'm not surprised they ended up this way. Now, a lot of them weren't active in their faith necessarily yet because they were still figuring it out. But some of them weren't really. I was a little surprised where they ended up, and it just reminds me of the power of Jesus. And probably the same thing they would say about me. Yeah, he was a good guy. This doesn't surprise me. Or, wow, who would have ever thought Steve would have? Who knows? But I really appreciate that, and I'm so proud of my high school peers. The other group is from Fort Worth Christian, and they're mostly centered on kids going into the 8th grade next year. So 13 or 14, maybe a few above that. Now you're going, well, how did you get in with that group? Because it's a Christian school. Well, it's where three of my grands go. One of them just graduated, one's going to be a junior, and one's going to be an 8th grader. And Austin's one's going to be an 8th grader, and Austin's my media marketer. He back when I first started this, he said, "Pops, I'm gonna get you 100 subscribers," and then sure enough, a couple months later, I had them. Well, I realized I just found out kind of by accident because they were listening. He's down here at the ranch working with me, and he was listening to some of my stuff and talking to me. He tells all his friends to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and a lot of them watch it. I think that's just the coolest thing. Now, I know a lot of those kids, and they are good kids, and they're going to do great kingdom stuff, but it was pretty neat. So I want to give a shout out to my high school peers who still watch this after knowing me for 55 years. So go Duncanville High School. And a shout out to Fort Worth Christian for kids that really don't know me, but know my grands and love them. So, it's those kind of things that make me think God's pretty neat and this world is going to be changed because of people that care. This is Steve Ridgel, just sharing with you strange observations.